Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. It's a little after 4:30, November 5th, Tuesday, about 50 degrees outside. And finally, parental guidance. I got a trailer. I worked on this thing all day. And I even put this thing on here just for laps. So here we have it. Back up a little more. There you go. How's it look? Give you guys a few seconds of this. I'm gonna take that thing down and show you some of the details of it. See, that bike is self-unloading. Let's see. Okay, so let me show you what we have here. I have not attached the plywood yet. I went with the folder, the traditional trailer. I mean, if you've taken apart a camper or look under almost anything you own, this is basically what you have. Just to save some time. I mean, obviously, one could weld up spacers like this instead of using pressure treated. Welding up those spacers are going to take you a lot of time, especially, just look at it, you need a cross, a square, right, and then bridging across in all directions. You basically have to make a cube and put it underneath there. I don't think it'll be any stronger than these blocks or any more stable than these blocks, so I went with the blocks. The other thing I did is to get this height, so to speak, right? You got to set how far this is from the ground, because you want the trailer to sit relatively level. If it doesn't sit level as you're trying to drive it, you're either harpooning the front into the ground or more likely dragging the ass. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sit relatively flat. I also wanted to set it up so that it's easy to drive on or drag on. I still have to put a winch or something in the front here, and I'll take care of that, but I wanted it easy to put stuff on. These bolts go through and through, and by that, that's what I mean. See, it starts here, goes straight through and comes out the far end, and that's true for this guy too, right? You see it goes straight through and comes out here. I haven't completely tightened up everything yet. Probably if I had to do all over again, I might have moved these wheels back a couple more inches. Some of the welds came out pretty decent. That could have been hotter. That could have been slower. I got a decent weld here, then some spattering there. I actually ran out of welding wire. I was using Hobart welding wire and I ran out of it, so I ended up having to finish off with the Harbor Freight crap. Harbor Freight stuff smokes like a banshee. I mean, I swear, by inhaling that, it's amazing that you don't just fall over. This does two things. It sets the height from the ground, so to speak, of this. The other thing it does is it reinforces it a bit. You can see I'm dragging on both sides of the axle. This is attached well, and the axle's bolted up fairly well. I haven't cut those off completely on the bottom yet because I wanted to make sure I didn't want to go another block higher. From a stability point of view, I'm going to be putting three-wheelers as well as tractors and four-wheelers on here. I wanted to put something down the center so that it is sturdy. The sides are sturdy. You know, the plywood really firms it up nicely. And obviously, when I bolt the plywood down, that will also help. But it's nice and stable. Hopefully this lands. Yep. So, right, nice and rock sturdy. The height I set it to is so that it goes underneath here. And I'll show you what I mean. Already drilled the hole. I haven't attached anything to it and dragged it around yet. You guys could see it rolls relatively easily. And this is going to go under there like that. I guess you guys can see that, right? And I think I can run it around where I want to run it around, and not have any trouble with the bottom of the ball. I think. I don't know that yet. I haven't tried it on an extreme left-hand turn to see if the ball is going to screw with it. Obviously, I'm not pulling in the center, but that really shouldn't matter much. So there we have it. Just you guys, so you can see. Oh man, you can see it is sitting fairly flat there, and I think this whole thing is gonna work out well for me. I went with the bed frame angle iron because if you're familiar with it, it's nice and springy. This isn't on here all that well, but to be honest, I don't plan on loading it in the up position, but well, actually I don't have the front attached here, so that's not a good thing to do. I'm just lifting it up here, but with that attached, it'll give me a little more strength. And if worse comes to worse and it's deflecting a bit too much, what I could do is under here, I'll just put one of these upside down for the length of it, and that'll give me a little more strength if I need it. But I'm not thinking I will. Okay, folks. Well, welcome to about 8 minutes. This is a 4-day run. My plan is to only do 3 out of the 4 days. I deliberately did not go to the flea market this Sunday. And, you know, I thought I was going to get so much more done. But then I had to run a bunch of errands on Monday. Where if I would have gone to the flea market Sunday, I would have stopped at Tractor Supply on the way home. I would have stopped at Home Depot on the way home. And I would have got a bunch of those errands over with on Sunday. And then Monday probably would have been a more successful day of getting things done. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Last week came and went. Now for this week. My plan is to hit the flea market on Sunday. It's not in competition with the second flea market. So I won't be missing anything, so to speak, or splitting myself between 2 flea markets, and you know, whichever one I go to is the wrong one. This way it's all set up good. Okay, a few comments. You dizzy? Sorry I didn't get out there to Connecticut, out to Bristol, where you guys hit a swap meet. I would have liked to meet some of you, but I'm trying to set myself up successfully for winter. And I'm figuring now that I got this trailer, and it's relatively narrow, By the way, this is not the best thing to pull it with. Look how fat ass that thing is. I mean, compared to the trailer's 40 inches wide, right? It's wider than that. It's close to 48. It is pretty fat assed, that bike. Anyway, now that I have a trailer, I really got to start moving some things around. These two guys, got to get them under cover. Probably what's going to happen is when I empty out one of the bays in the garage, I'm going to roll this thing in and actually keep it ready to go. Put a trickle on the battery charger. Put a trickle on the battery, so this thing is always hot and ready to drive out. I'd also like to get that wheel horse over there under the brush pile. I'd like to get that in. This guy, I'd really like to put it in. Not that it's probably pop it off in the back there. Not that it's gonna really stay in there. I need to pull the engine off of it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna have enough time to get the engine off of it between now and then. And in the land of scrap, I was floating around over here. I mean, we've already talked about this guy. She's got to go. But I was looking over here, and I don't know if you guys could see it. There's a cast iron sink right there that could join the Horde on the way out. There's some other metal in here. That fence, the little fence gate. I don't know. Can you guys see it right there? Right, for the kids back when they were young. So I need to kind of go through this a little bit more and get some more crap out of here. Even this piece of pipe here that's all bent to hell. I must have tangled with it with the backhoe loader. I need to cut it such that the straight pieces I keep, and the bent stuff I might as well get rid of that too. There's also a barbecue. You guys could see it. That gives me some more aluminum. Homie likes aluminum. So I'd actually like to get this, even the tree sticking out of this coal bin. This is an old coal bin. It was here when I bought the house. I'd really like to get this mess cleaned up, get the metal out of here, and so forth. These guys, I'd like to get this gone, get the rest of them covered. Maybe that's where the wheel horse should end up. Move that guy. Put it right here. If that's the case, then that is all done. I figure between the two sheds, I have approximately 12 tractors worth of storage. So just quickly, one. Number 2's already in there. Three, 4. I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing with these bikes. This guy with the Kohler is 5, and number 6 is that Boland's right there with the white hood. Could you guys see it? You can see a little bit of it. So if I get all those undercover, and maybe these two also, it's starting to get dark. At least get this guy. Well, you can't even see it. Sorry folks, too dark. Alright, I gotta run. I'm losing daylight and I got a lot of crap to put away. Live, love, and have a great time. Remember, tires down, handlebars up. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde, which will be Saturday afternoon. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. Sorry this is long, but I did one long one instead of 2 shorties. Take care, folks.